The Day of the Dead is a perfect example of a cultural fusion. The holiday takes place at the end of October and during the first days of November. Is a time when, according to tradition, the souls of the deceased return to Earth once a year to meet their loved ones. It is therefore a joyful event, a moment of reunion with visitors from the afterlife, and as such, it is celebrated together with both immediate and extended family. It is a time for shared feasting, fun, and happiness. For the Aztecs, just as for the Maya, it was not the way a person lived, but the way they died that held the greatest significance for their afterlife journey. The Aztec goddess Mictlantecuhtli, the Lady of the Dead, guarded the bones of the deceased, and in her honor, a month-long festival was organized in August, during which the goddess was celebrated and the souls of ancestors were remembered through singing, dancing, and offerings. The Spanish conquest of the region, besides introducing diseases, also brought European customs and the Christian religion. The Christian approach to the matter of life and death differed diametrically from Aztec beliefs. Death was no longer a sacrifice to the gods. As part of ensuring cosmic order, prosperity in the afterlife depended on how righteous and penitent a life the believer led, and only this could guarantee them salvation. Contemporary Day of the Death is one of the most important and recognizable holidays in Mexico. Depending on the region, the way of celebrating this holiday takes various forms. At the Hanetzo Island, entire families and other visitors gather to light candles, bring food and flowers, from which the most important being the Mexican marigold. That is meant to help guide the soul of the deceased to their honor altar. Local people believe that monarch butterflies are the souls of their deceased ancestors returning to visit them. In the cemetery, families pray, talk, enjoy themselves, and sing around the clock. The island, surrounded by dark waters, is illuminated by thousands of candles during the holiday, creating a unique atmosphere for the place. On November 1st, children are commemorated. Therefore, toys and sweets, such as skulls made of sugar, are placed on their altars, as those who died as children arrive on these days to play. On November 2nd, all deceased adults are commemorated. The altars in the cemeteries are prepared with immense care. The warmth of the candle flames and the visual attractiveness of the orange and yellow marigolds are meant to be a guidepost for the most important guests of the night, ancestors, who return to enjoy the gifts and most essentially the company of their family. Five decades ago, Day of the Dead was primarily a holiday celebrated locally in the southern and central parts of a country. However, an initiative by the Mexican Ministry of Education in the early 1980s aimed at disseminating the practices associated with the Day of the Dead so that it would be celebrated throughout the entire country, changed this state of affairs. This action was intended to strengthen the national spirit and limit the influence of American culture on citizens. Additionally, on November 7, 2008, the event was inscribed by UNESCO onto the representative list of the intangible cultural heritage.